conclude the presentation, I should say the dedicated presentation, the dedication to the press box here at Paul H. Hughes Field, David Carpenter Stadium, now affectionately known as Emerson Ward Press Box. We are going to step away for 1 minute. When we come back, we will have game night as we get ready for the Bears and the Dragons in a key 8AA conference matchup. This is the Dragon Sports coverage of Junction City football.
It is getting close to mid-October, and that means one thing. The stakes are getting higher in the 8AA conference race. Tonight, from Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium, for the 58th time, the Junction City Dragons and Bearden Bears will meet. And this time, as usual with these two, there's a lot at stake. Good evening. I'm Wayne Pumphrey, and welcome to the Dragon Sports Network's coverage of Junction City football, presented by our good friends, Union Kennel and Farm Supply, the title sponsor of Junction City football, and El Dorado Chemical, the title sponsor for the Dragon Sports Network. Well, like I said, a lot on the line, and for these two, the winner will stay in. Actually, if Junction City wins, they stay in the race for the conference title. If Fordyce wins tonight against Parker's Chapel, that sets up the battle for number one and the winner take all next week in Dallas County. But right now, well, it's the Bearden Bears and Junction City Dragons. And Bearden needs a win to stay in the playoff hunt. Things are getting tight in the 8AA. The two teams in front, of course, Fordyce and Junction City, both undefeated in conference. Everybody else with a loss, some teams with a couple of losses. For instance, Parker's Chapel strong. Hampton still has a chance, outside chance of getting in on the conference title a little bit, maybe a share, but really no chance of getting the number one seed. But anyway, it'll all play out tonight, and of course the game we're interested in is right here. We are about 15, 16 minutes away from kickoff. We welcome you to DSN's game night. And, of course, it is homecoming in Junction City, and there's been a lot going on, including, as I mentioned earlier, right before we started the presentation of the Queen and her court, it's been a little bit of trivia. But before we get into that, let me say this. We are on top of the now dedicated Emerson Brewer press box. So if things seem a little out of sorts, it's because we got everything covered up. We've been playing weatherman up here, checking the weather and all to see. Hopefully this is passing out of our area pretty soon. Storm front has come through, weather front, whatever you want to call it. You could tell when we first come on the area, it did look rough toward the visitors' side. But we apologize for any technical difficulties you may encounter watching or listening to us. We're working on it as we go, doing the best we can with a volunteer group. All right, talk about trivia. The Junction City High School, or I should say Junction City Schools Facebook page, Miss Melissa Pumphrey posted some trivia questions during the week that the DSN provided her. Our first winner was Miss Sandra Bryant. The question was, what three teams have the Dragons played the most on homecoming? They are Norfolk, Hermitage, and Bernice, Louisiana. And, of course, our next question, when was the last time Junction City played a Louisiana team on homecoming? And we thought that one would be kind of hard, but Mr. Sam Boland said not so fast. It was 1986 against Cotton Valley, and Junction City won it 43-18. Now, I know her as Miss Carmen Wood. The kids call her Mrs. H. Miss Carmen won our next one, the homecoming game that was known as the chain link fence game. And I had a lot of people tell me, I thought that was in 1975 or 76. Had a couple say 75, a couple say 76. September 24th, 1977, strong in Junction City. Junction City won it 24-22. And if wish we had video of that one. You talk about something to remember. And, of course, the excitement after the game, if you want to call it that. Probably the toughest question we had, depending on who you ask, was our next one that we sent to the school. And it was this. Junction City has had 3 ties on homecoming. In fact, tonight it makes the 70th game. 69 we have confirmed dating back to 1935. Now, we have some gaps in between 35 and 50. We're not sure who they played and all that. But we have confirmed 69 games. The Dragons' record on homecoming, 50 wins against 16 losses, and those 3 ties I'm talking about. The question was, who were the 3 teams and what year did the ties occur? 1982 was the first, was the third one. We're going to go backwards. Bernice, Louisiana, that game ended in a 6-6 tie. 1976, Bearden, 3-3. And 57, Mineral Springs, 21-21. Those were the 3 ties we have found in Junction City's homecoming matchups. But the one that drew the most attention, and, of course, on the last one I just got through with, nobody won it. But Mr. Jeff Orr won, some would say, the toughest one. The DSN trivia question was this. Junction City has faced 29 different opponents for homecoming. 10 of those are Louisiana teams. We asked folks to score a touchdown. Name 6 of them. If you name one of these following 10, or you named 6 of these following 10, you would have won, as Mr. Jeff Orr did. He won a T-shirt and a $5 voucher. Here they are. The 10, Cotton Valley, 1986. Bernice, 1982, 67, 65, 63. 1959, 55, 38, and 36. Delta, 1978. Arcadia, 1966. LTI Southside, 1961. St. Matthews, 1953 and 51. Oak Grove, 1947. Neville, 1945. Farmerville, 1942 and 39. And Dubach rounds it out, 1935. So there you are, the trivia questions we did this week. The DSN, like I said, sent them to the school. Miss Melissa Pumphrey posting them, monitoring it, and getting our winners. So we congratulate all the winners and thank everybody that participated. I know on the Louisiana team, when they had a big response to it, people trying to guess them. And it was fun checking out all the guesses. And we had some people that got very, very close before Mr. Orr nailed it. Congratulations to Jeff Orr, winning a $5 voucher and a DSN T-shirt. So that does it for the trivia part. Let's talk about the people that puts us on the air real quick. You see us scrolling across the screens during the game. We don't get to say them out a lot, but right now we will take the time. You heard me mention El Dorado Chemical and Union Kennel and Farm Supply. We want to thank both of those sponsors. Been with us a long time. Thank you for, well, been with us since the start, might as well say, and we thank you for that. Generations Bank, Terminex, Langes, LG Farm and Timber, Kevin Norris Memorial. We want to thank Miss Jan Norris Pepper for always helping us out, and we appreciate it greatly. Southern T-Shirt Company, Kim's Hair Salon, Junction City Floors, Hog Wild Pest Control, Red Roof Barbecue, Russell Cellular. They provide the laptop for our stats. You'll be getting Russell Cellular stats during the game. We'll be giving them out. First Baptist Church, Junction City. Glad to have them on board this year. Very successful revival there at the church this week, and I know a lot of excitement in the community over that, and that is something great to hear. And, of course, last but certainly not least, the people that put some food in our stomach, JCHS Band Boosters. We want to thank them for keeping us fed and all that good stuff. And I believe we got everybody on here. Let's see, Red Roof Barbecue, we want to thank them. They have also fed us the stuff, and we always want to thank them. Right now we're going to step away for 1 minute. We will be back. You're watching Junction City Football on the Dragon Sports Network. Junction City High School Band performing the national anthem. And now we are about ready for the teams to come out here shortly and take the field. Both Spirit squads getting everything set, all the good stuff that comes with that. And let's talk about a little bit of football. Junction City, undefeated in 8-2A conference play. Bearden with one loss, losing to Parker's Chapel, needing a win to stay in the hunt. But also with, I said losing to Parker's Chapel. They defeated Parker's Chapel last week. They lost to Fordyce, but they need a win tonight to stay in the hunt for at least to share the conference title. Of course, Fordyce, Junction City, as long as they stay undefeated, in the driver's seat. And, of course, folks, I was talking to a couple of media folks earlier. Everybody's kind of wanting to start looking toward next week, and I'm like, not so fast. This rivalry with Bearden, known as the South Arkansas Showdown, it has turned out some very memorable games. 2009, there was two of them that I know personally I won't forget. 2011, another big one, and, of course, we can't forget the two games in 2012, and as one of the maids on the court said, one of her most favorite memories of school was going to her first state championship game, and it was the Hail Mary at the end at Junction City Bearden, the Dragons, of course, winning 27-26. From my vantage point atop the Emerson Brewer press box, I can see the Dragons making their way up the field. I tell you what, if you can't get a little bit fired up for that, like me and Mr. Pumphrey always say, something wrong with you. And waiting now for Bearden to see them come out. The captains for Bearden are on the field. I'm going to attempt here to look at their roster. Everything up here, if it's not wet, it's trying to get wet. Bearden has 4 captains out there. They are, let's see, the Dragons captains are there. For Bearden, captains are Jared Reinhardt, Jaden Meads, and I believe that is 64, that's Zachary Larson, and 66, Drake Wilson. That's the captains for Bearden. Junction City's captains, 59, Gerardney Tubbs, number 10, Dante Gibson, and 51, Jack Smith. And they're meeting out midfield, waiting for the coin toss. As I said earlier, the 58th meeting between these two. This rivalry dates all the way back to 1930. Of course, they met on and off for a while, but the last several years, been a regular, say last several years, probably the last 15, 16 years, they've been meeting on a regular basis and a couple times twice in the season. And if I'm correct, they have met they've had 3 seasons where they met twice. Of course, 2 times in the state finals and 1 time in the state playoffs, I believe, a quarterfinal round. Actually, I can think of another time they met in the second round. So the 4 times they have met twice.
The Dragons have won the coin toss and elected to receive.
Junction City, as you heard the PA announcer say, won the coin toss. They will receive. And we are about set to get this one underway. We're going to try to keep up with the Fordyce Parker's Chapel game, give you scores on it. Fordyce is at Parker's Chapel. The Red Bugs and Dragons, the lone 2 undefeated teams in conference play in the 8AA, with a possible big showdown next week in Dallas County. But as I said a while ago, got to take care of business here first. Rain has let up a little bit. It's still it's looking a little bit lighter to the southeast of us. Still a little bit dark to the southwest of us. Looking a bit lighter. Kind of southeast of us still kind of dark. And do not forget tonight, shout out night. Go to the school's Facebook page, especially if you're outside of the Junction City area, and let us know where you're tuning in at. Here in a little while, we will start doing that. And giving some shout outs. I got one I definitely want to do tonight when the time comes. And also remember, after the game, game night, we'll switch over to our YouTube channel. We were going to do it a little bit earlier, but the weather, and it looked like they were going to start the homecoming activities a little bit earlier than planned because of the weather. So we kind of held up on doing game night over on YouTube, but we will do it following the game tonight. So don't forget, check us out. Go to YouTube, look up Dragon Sports Network. Subscribe to it. It's free. And hopefully we'll have Coach Jones up here talking hopefully about a Dragon victory. Junction City, of course, has taken the field. They're ready, and we are still waiting on Bearden. The Bears have yet to put in an appearance. I see a coach down there, but I see no players. And I'm looking down at the locker room. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and step away for 60 seconds. You are watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We are back at Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium. The Bearden Bears run through the smoke and all that good stuff and got on the field, and we are ready to go. Junction City with this kickoff return unit set. And we are just moments away from getting this one underway. Back deep for the Dragons. Number 4, and that is, of course, Mr. Jakiron Cook. And I believe that is going to be, I can't tell from here the number, I believe it's 12, the Cavante Haynes. Kicking off for the Bears. Is number 18, and that is Coben Ward. And the football, okay, they're going to put it down on the ground like it's going to be a squib kick attempt here to get things started. And that's what it's going to be. Bears go onside right off the bat. And I believe it is recovered successfully. Yes, it is by Junction City. So Bearden comes right out of the box and tries an onside kick, squibbing it. And it fails, and leaving the Dragons with excellent field position to start it. So from the 48-yard line, the Dragons on the Bearden side of the field will go to work. Your quarterback, Brady Hutchison, gets to play from Coach Jones, and we are ready to go. Hutchison in the gun, lone back. The give. It's going to be a reverse, and it is fumbled but recovered, a loss of about 7 yards right off the bat. Junction City goes to a little bit of a trickery, and it like to have been costly. Wet field, keep that in mind, folks. It rained steady. It wasn't a hard rain, but a steady one, and every little bit it'll kind of start sprinkling a little bit still. And then it'll let up. But earlier before the game, like about an hour or so before the game, it rained steady. So you're on a wet field, no doubt. 2nd and 17. Hutchison looks deep, fakes it down, flares it out to Haynes. Haynes with running room. Haynes at the 40. Haynes busts through, tackles, drives to almost the Bearden 30. Going to depend on the spot. But that should be more than enough, and it is, for a Dragon first down. Just underway from Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium. And Junction City on the move first. Bearden trying to squib kick to start it. Dragons recovered on the Bearden side of the field. After a loss of 7, a pickup of 25. So from the 30, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Cook. Cook fumbles the ball. And again, another rough play for the Dragons. About a 16-yard loss. And you might be better off handing this thing on instead of trying to pitch it, because it's going to be hard to handle for a while here with the way the field is. So count that as a loss of 16, 2nd and 26. The Dragons in the hole again here. Just underway, 10:40 remaining first quarter. 58th meeting between these two storied rivals. Man in motion is Cook. Gives to Cook. Cook with some running room. Cook busts through. Cook makes a cut at the 30. Goes to the 25, 26-yard line. He gets back the lost yardage plus a pickup of about, let's call it 4. They're going to put it on about the 26-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 6 yards to get the first down, maybe 7. But very doable for Junction City. Twins out to the Dragon side of the field on this 3rd down. Hutchison looks. Again, he flares it out, overthrows Haynes. It goes out of bounds. And it brings up 4th down. And no doubt, knowing Coach Jones, they will definitely go for it here. And that's what Junction City's going to do. So our first 4th down attempt of the night will take place at the Bearden 26, 4th and 7. Junction City with a big opportunity here following the opening kickoff. The Bears, like I said, squibbed it. Dragons recovered. Despite a loss of 7, they managed to get a first down, then lost 16 on the next play. Got back about 20 of it on the next one, brings up a 4th down. And here's a quick give. This is going to be to Cook. He goes through the Bearden defense down to the 15, inside it, almost, let's see where the official's going to put it down at, right at the 11-yard line. More than enough for a first down. Kind of a little jet sweep. Faked it, give it to Cook on the jet sweep, and Junction City with a 1st and 10 from the Bearden 11. Opening drive for the Dragons, 9.5 left in the first quarter. Here's a toss to Gibson. Gibson trying to swing it to the outside. There is no help, and down he goes. Bearden had that well defense, about 4 or 5 Bears over there immediately. And they shut down Gibson trying to swing it to the outside. Brings up a 2nd. And let's call it loss of 16, 2nd and 16. And we want to welcome our radio listeners from the Hog. Just joining us, it's a 2nd and 16 from the Bearden 17-yard line. Here's a give, cross-butt play to Cook. Cook going through tacklers, and Cook is in the end zone. Touchdown, a nice little play. They ran a fake jet sweep, come back, I guess you call it, the old-timers would call it the old cross-butt play. Swings it to the outside, Cook does, and goes in from 17 out to put Junction on the board first. 8:39 remaining first quarter. It's Junction City 6, Bearden 0. And now the 2-point attempt. Here's a give to Gibson. He does not get it. Great defense by the Dragons. In fact, they snapped it to Gibson, and it did not work. So the 2-point attempt is no good. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. As you can see from our shot, the rain is coming down now. Junction City on their opening drive scores. 48-yard drive, a little back and forth business taking place. Gain some yards, lose some yards, but they end up in the end zone is the main thing. They lead at 6-zip and are set to kick it off. Jack Smith getting ready to put his foot into the ball on a rainy homecoming 2018. Smith, now he switches sides real quick, and he tries to squib it, and that's not going to work either. He didn't get a good, let's see what they're going to do here. Junction, he kicked it, and the ball popped back up, and he hit it again, and then one of his teammates hit it, and it's going to be illegal touching, I'm pretty sure, and Bearden's going to end up with the ball at the Dragon. Let's see, they touched it about the 42. So the defense, right off the bat, they're going to put it on the 41. So right off the bat, Junction City defense is asked to take care of business in a rough situation. Just like the Bears gave Junction City excellent field position to start with, Junction City returns the favor. Ball's on the Dragon 41, 1st and 10. And flags. I got to agree with Mr. Ashcroft. I can hear him here talking to me. Nobody was set there on the Bearden side. That should back the Bears up. Well, I say it should back them up. They're going to put the ball back down on the 41. They're talking to the Bearden coach right now. And they say, wind the clock up, so let's play ball. Okay. So much for all that. So 1st and 10, we're going to do it all over again. It didn't really do it to start with because they blew the whistle right before the snap. Bearden's offense, go ahead and tell you folks while we're waiting, it's going to revolve mainly around number 5, who just got the ball there, busting through the Dragon defense, a hard runner by the name of Robert Miller. And Miller, as you can just saw, busting through for about 10, and yes, going to mark it down at the 31. So that's a first down right off the bat for Bearden to pick up a 10. They're going to build it around him as they've done the last couple of games in number 18. And that is Word, quarterback for the Bears. That's the two focal points of the Bearden offense, Word and Miller. Again, a give to Miller. This time the Dragons storm in there. 47, Barnett. And 48, Kyle Kidwell getting in on the tackle. It's both linebacker Barnett and Kidwell playing a tackle position. They kind of move Kidwell around a little bit every now and then. Maybe move him over to the guard and back to tackle, just depending. Making the stop. It'll be second. It'll be a pickup of 3, so 2nd and 7 for Bearden. Again, the give to Miller. Again, the Dragons respond immediately. Kidwell in on the tackle. And that should be no gain on the play. In fact, may have lost about a half yard. The official's going to say he got a little bit, not much. Looked like they had him down before he got to the line of scrimmage. Nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd, and let's call it about 6 for a first down. The ball sits on the Junction City 27-yard line. 6:50 remaining first quarter. Dragons on top, 6-zip. Bearden starting with good field position from the 41 following a failed onside kick attempt. The give again is going to be, I believe, let me make sure that is Miller. Now, this is number 9 this time for Bearden. I thought it might have had somebody a little different. It'll be no gain on the play, if any, maybe a half yard. It's 4th down, and no doubt the Bears will go for it. Jalen Wade on that last carry. Bearden will go for it. 4th and 5 from the Junction City 26. They had 2 men in motion, and the flags fly. And the head coach for Bearden disagreeing wholeheartedly with this. And now a timeout is called. So we're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. Following the penalty, it is a 4th and 10 for the Bears from the Dragon 31-yard line. 6:11 remaining first quarter. Junction City scoring on their opening drive. So far, the storyline in this game, 2 failed onside attempts set up field position for both teams. The Dragons, of course, getting the opening kickoff, moving 48 yards. They started on the Bearden 48 and eventually scored, and Junction City decided to try a little trickery, and it failed, giving the Bears great field position from the 41. And it brings us to the Dragon 31-yard line now, and a 4th and 10. The Bears will go for it. Miller lining up. I formation behind the quarterback. Now they got a man in motion. And the Bears will throw, and it is, I believe he got it. Yes, an excellent catch. That ball was coming in low. And Hughes, number 4 for Bearden, making an excellent reception at about the Junction City, let's call it 15-yard line, inside the 16, right near the 15, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Bearden. So the Bears convert a big 4th down, picking up 16 yards on that play. So from the 15, 1st and 10 Bears. Here's again, Miller almost didn't have that ball a little bit. Pretty sure it's because the slippery like it was fixing to slip out after he got it, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage by the Dragon defense. 3 or 4 Dragons in on the tackle there. The pickup is going to be about, let's give him a yard and a half. So 2nd and a long 8 for the Bears. And one thing about it, go ahead and tell you just from what I found out about Bearden, talking to coaches and stuff, they're going to ride Miller a lot, so be ready for that. Here's a toss now. That did not fool Junction City. A little bit of a wishbone play. They brought the split end around. That was 84 for Bearden. And that was Mulehorter. And I hope I got that young man's name right. They ran kind of a little option out of it, and Junction City had it defensed very well. It will be a loss of, let's call it 5. It'll bring up 3rd, actually a little bit more than that, maybe 6 yards. So it'll be 3rd, and let's call 16 for the Bears from the 20-yard line. Here's a outside. Oh, that's coming back. Everybody saw it, blocking the back. They fire a quick outlet pass to number 10, and that is Kendrick. Kendrick picks up he picks back up the lost yardage and maybe 4 or 5 more yards, but it's all coming back. A block in the back. Had it been for the block in the back, he would not have even got the yards he got. Again, the Dragon defense, give them credit, folks. They had it defensed very well. And this is going to bring Bearden back to the 30-yard line of Junction City. So it will be a 3rd and about 25 for a 1st down. They will have to get to around the 5 or 6 yard line of the Dragons. So no doubt about it, it's 4-down territory. You ain't got to try to get it all back in one place. So look for the Bears try to pick up at least a few yards here, and no doubt will go for it. Even if they have a kicking game, you can't see them really using it with the rain coming back down again. It'd be hard to get any footing. 3rd and, like I said, a long 25. Back to pass. Here's a throw over the middle. Had his man, dropped it. If it had been caught, would have put him at about the 12-yard line, 11 or 12-yard line, but it's incomplete. And kind of what they're running there, folks, on those routes, they're running a little variation of a slant. They're bringing them around, out, and then they'll cut them across, but they're slanting them. And I'm pretty sure seeing that on film from previous games, the Bears thought they might be successful with it. And so far on one of the plays, they ran a little bit of a slant. They picked up about 16. That one, if completed, would have been about an 18-yard pickup. But the good news is it's not 4th down. The Bears will go for it. And now the penalty, they're still showing 3rd down on the mark, so I'll take that back. This will be 3rd down. And we have another. I did not see what happened. Didn't even see a flag. But now they're sitting back at the 35. So 3rd and a long, 29 yards to go. And again, the Bears will go to the air. This time it's a little outlet pass that's going to be caught. Breaking tackles over on the far side of the field is the Bearden receiver. I believe that is going to be Hughes. And he picks up 5, 10, 15, about 19 of the yards back they needed. Let's say 17 of the yards needed. It's going to be 4th and 12. So the Bears put themselves in a position where they can definitely convert it. 4th and 12. The rain's starting to pick up now. And the reason I mention that is because the Bears going to the air. They're trying to get what they can get through there. They had a little bit of trouble trying to run the ball against that Dragon defensive line. 4th and 12. Back to pass. A throw over the middle, incomplete. Bearden is jumping up and down, wanting a pass interference. They are not going to get it. So the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. At about the, let's say, the 20-yard line. So not a bad deal for Junction City. They'll get the ball back starting from their 20 following the onside kick that failed. And we got a fumble on the first play and a mad scramble to recover the ball. Let's see what happens. I believe Junction City's got it back. And they did. It is coming on down now good, and that's what's fixing to get interesting. Bearden's having their success in the air. It's going to be harder as this progresses to throw the ball. Junction City, of course, got to make sure they got a handle on it. They've had trouble handling it starting out early. Here's a give. I believe this is going to be Cook. He will test the middle of the line and may pick up a yard or two. And I take that back. That was Gibson, I believe. Yeah, now Cook checking in. That was Gibson. And he will pick up about a yard, yard and a half. So it's 3rd down and about 8, 1:55 remaining. Opening quarter, Junction City on top, 6-zip, scored on the opening drive. This is the Dragons' 2nd possession. Both teams taking quite a bit of time with the ball starting out. Man in motion is Cook. And we got a flag as he comes across. Yep, procedure on the quarterback. So back them up. And it'll be 3rd and let's call it 14 yards for a 1st down. That is going to be the key tonight right there. The most important position tonight, folks, the ball boys, keeping those footballs dry and ready. Hutchinson. This is a give up the middle. Dragons playing it safe. A good run. They'll get back the penalty yards plus a couple more. The carrier is Gibson. It'll be 4th down, and the Dragons will punt. And try to play a little field position here. Hopefully getting a good punt that'll flip the field. Rain steadily picking on up. Good snap. The ball is fumbled. They will get it away. Considering the circumstances, this is very good. It's not going to get the bounce they want, but considering the rain and the mishandle and Bearden coming in hard, the punt will go to the 42-yard line, and that's where Bearden will take over 1st and 10.
After the punt, the ball is spotted around the 42-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Bears.
41 seconds remaining, opening quarter. Junction City. Back on defense, the Bears, we got a hold up. I'm not sure why. Now we're ready to go. So the Bears will go to work from the 42. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, nothing happening. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. More than likely, it looks like he lost about a yard, depending on the spot. It's going to be 2nd down and at least 10 or 11 yards to go. Clock goes down to the last 22 seconds of the first quarter as the rain picks up. And if I'm Bearden, I think I just, they do not have to snap it, and I don't believe they will. Yeah, here they come over to the fix and walk over. We're going to go ahead and step away for 1 minute. It's the end of the first quarter. Our score is 6-0. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We're about set to get the second quarter underway here at Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium. Bearden going to work from the Dragon 44-yard line. It will be 2nd and let's call it 11. And we're waiting on the officials. Yes, we're ready to go now. From the 44, 1st and 10. Here's a give, Miller, and he goes off tackle. Miller will get about 2 yards, maybe, depending on where they spot her. And it will bring up a 3rd and long situation for the Dragons. Looked to me like he got about 2 yards on the play, so it should be about 3rd and 8 or 9. Just starting the second quarter. Dragons on top, 6-0. Waiting on the snap. Here's the snap. They're going to roll it out. Keeper, now they'll pitch it out to 84, and he fumbles out of bounds. He got hit and fumbled. The ball goes out, and looks like it probably going to get maybe a yard out of it. So it's 4th down, and see what the Bears decide to do. They try to play field position here, or do they go ahead and go for it? And I believe the decision's pretty clear. They're going to go for it. From the 40, let's call it 41-yard line, 4th down. Now the Bears shuffle into punt position. They're going to quick kick it. Junction City comes after it. They don't get it. And the roll, oh, man. If Bearden's, no, they're going to say it went out. Yeah, that surprised me. They're going to say it went out back upfield a little bit, but not much. It's going to be about the 6-yard line. Of course, it's over on the far side. It looked like it rolled all the way into the end zone, not going out of bounds, but it did roll in the end zone, but it went out, they're going to say, at the 6 before it rolled on in. Which all that means one thing, Junction City will start at their own 6-yard line, 94 yards away from the end zone on a rainy night in the border town. So give the Dragon defense credit. Once again, they make a couple big plays. and force Bearden to give the ball up with excellent field position. And here's a quick bust up, I say up the middle. It's going to actually be off tackle there. That will be Cook, and Cook picks up. Yeah, so the Dragons are now in a hurry-up offense. He picked up 8 on that play, so 2nd and 2. Here's another quick give to Cook. Cook powers ahead, should have the first down there. If not, he's right on it. It's going to depend on the spot, of course. From here, it looks like he's got it. The White Hats saying he does. I agree with him wholeheartedly. The Dragons have a first down at about the 18-yard line. And Junction City is now running the quick huddle. Trying to throw something a little bit different at the Bears here. This is a give to Gibson. Gibson powers off left tackle, powers through some tackles, and keeps going up to about the 30-yard line, which will be another Junction City first down. And so the chains on the far side are moved again. And with 9:44 to go, the Dragons are now sitting on their own 30, 1st and 10. Here's another give. This is Gibson. He tries off left tackle again and is not going to have much success this time as the Bears have 4 or 5 defenders on him immediately. So that will bring up a 2nd down. I believe they're going to say he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 30. And Junction City keeping it on the ground. And one good thing about that, keeping it on the ground, is eating up clock. So a night like this, you want to get you 3 or 4 touchdowns up if you could and just roll it on in. Hutchinson will roll out here on 2nd down. He's going to throw. Got a man open, Haynes, but he overthrows him. Haynes went up to get it. Could not bring it down. Up around the 50, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Hutchinson had Haynes breaking open right around the 47, 48-yard line, but a little too much on it. So from the 30-yard line, 3rd and 10, Junction City trying to pick up the 10 yards to keep this drive going. They put a man in motion. The ball's mishandled on the snap. This is Gibson's going to keep it and run with it. Gibson trying to find somewhere to go. Kane, he just steps on out, which is probably the best thing to do. It's going to bring up 4th down. It'll be a loss of about 5 on the play. Looked like the snap was pretty good. I don't know if it caught Gibson off guard or with the ball getting wet, it slipped through his hands. Not sure of which. But that will cost Junction City about 5 and put the ball on the about 24-yard line. So say a loss of 6 on that previous play. 8:20 to go, 2nd quarter. Dragons on top 6-0 and punting again. Good snap. Puts his foot into it, drives it, trying to get that roll, and will get it this time. A very good roll. This is what you want. This is a flip the field roll. It goes to the Bearden 30. And if my 5th grade math taught to me by Miss Waller is correct, and it is, that is a 46-yard punt. And the Bears will start from the 30. So Junction City able to flip the field there, got the punt they wanted. And especially, folks, in these conditions, hats off to the special teams. Big play right there. Sometimes goes unnoticed. But in a game like this, that could be very huge. But the Bears looking to the sideline, getting the play. They'll try to get something going. As I mentioned earlier, number 5, Miller, they rely on him quite a bit. And he is lined up behind the quarterback here. And it's the gives. This time is they're going to go to, I say that's Miller. That's going to be, I believe, Hughes. And he picks up about, a good run. I'm going to say about 15 on it. They go out. They go to the outside, to the Bearden side of the field. Got some good blocking. And the Bears just like that on the move. 58th meeting between these two. As I mentioned earlier, started in 1930. And, man, if you go down memory lane with these two, there are some memories that will never be forgotten. So first down, and I believe the ball, yes, what's this? I believe the ball's on the ground, but the Bears recover, no gain. And that's probably going to happen a lot. This field position is going to become huge as this game progresses, especially if the score stays like it is. And it's going to come down to probably who can handle the football best. Second, let's call it 11. Ball sits outside the Dragon 45. Or excuse me, a Bearden 45. That's a quick hitter right up the middle. They'll pick up the yard loss plus about 4 or 5 more. It'll go to about the 49-yard line, close to midfield. Official puts it down on the Bearden 49. And let's call it 3rd and 5. Third down. Bears got a man in motion. Quick hitter again. And that will be a pickup of about 3. And now an interesting decision by the Bears. 4th down. They're going to pull it back to the 49 of Junction City, so a pickup of 2. 4th down, the Bears once again showing they're going for it. And one thing Bearden likes to do, looking at the scouting report, 1 out of every 3 plays, they go on a hard count and trying to draw a team off sides, pick up a quick 5 yards, and I believe that's what they're trying to do here. They've lined up like they were going for it. Quarterback called out a couple of signals, and now it is a timeout by Bearden. And we're going to step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back. Score 6-0, Junction City. We are back. 5:50 remaining, second quarter. Junction City 6, Bearden 0. You're watching Dragon football on the Dragon Sports Network on a rainy night in the border town, and the rain picking on up now and coming down steadily. Bearden facing a 4th and 4 from the Dragon 49 is showing all indications they are going for it. Bears lined up, and I got a man in motion. Here's a give to Miller. They swing him to the outside. Nothing happening. Junction City on the far side, they're going toward the Bearden side of the field. The Dragons were on it immediately and shut it down. And a big defensive play by the Dragons gives them excellent field position as they're sitting right at, we're going to call it midfield. It's right at midfield. And a 1st and 10 and a golden opportunity to make something happen. And the crowd here at Paul H. Muse Field starting to dwindle a little bit as the rain keeps coming down. There's still quite a few umbrellas in the stands, but not as many as there was before. From midfield, 1st and 10, the give. Straight ahead, nothing happening. And I believe that was Gibson, it was on the carry. He got back close to the line of scrimmage. If he didn't get to the line of scrimmage, he lost about a yard, and that's where they're going to mark it. So a yard loss on the play, 2nd down. Hutchison rolls out looking. He's got Bears all over him. And the best thing to do is just to go down, and that's what he does. He was rolled out looking for, I believe it was Cook on the Dragon side of the field. He was heading that way looking at him. Then he's tried to switch back, and Bearden had him covered well. The loss will be about 5 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and, call it 3rd and 15, let's say, from the Dragon 45. 4:48 remaining clock running, second quarter. Hutchinson will go under center on this third down play. Here's a quick pitch. Now they're going to look downfield to throw it. Gibson fires. He's got a man wide open. Haynes has it on the halfback pass. A big play and a first down. And, folks, I tell you what, to execute that play in these conditions was awesome. Gibson come around like he's going to run it, pulls up, made sure he had the grip, put a good bit of air on it because Haynes had to go up to get it, but pulling it down and giving the Dragons excellent field position at the Bearden 22, a pickup of about 28 on the play. First down, the give is straight ahead to Gibson. He will go powering into the Bearden line and drive down to about the 15-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 7, and just like that, Junction City's offense is in the purple zone and threatening to score. Hutchinson in the gun. The snap, the give. This is Cook off tackle, and if Cook doesn't get tripped up, he's in the end zone, but nonetheless, he gets the first down and more. First and goal at about the Bearden, I'm going to say about the 2-yard line. 3:40 remaining. Second quarter. Dragons threatening. Here's a quick give to Cook, and immediately Bearden reads it. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bears on Cook. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. Bearden read that one immediately and stopped Cook. They give the Dragons quick credit. 2 quick plays put them at the 2. Now, loss of 3 on that one. It's going to bring up a second and goal, but nonetheless threatening. Hutchinson, he'll keep it. Powers ahead. Hutchinson will get back some of the lost yards. He will go to about the, depending on the spot, around the 2-yard line. So he picked up either 2 or 3 yards back that they had lost. And it brings up third down. Hutchinson got him back to the 2, so third down. He goes under center. Straight ahead is Hutchinson on the quick hitter, and no indication by the officials. The players signaling touchdown, but the guys that matter the most have not done it yet. And now they're going to say no. The officials say no, he did not score. They're marking it down right at the goal line. Fourth down, Junction City does not hesitate. They're on the line immediately. Hutchinson will keep. He's getting a little help from Kidwell and them as they push ahead. There is no signal yet. Now there is. Touchdown. Touchdown. Give the Bears credit, folks. I think they knew what was coming, and they were in there immediately. We got a player down, and hopefully everything's okay. While that is going on, we're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We are back at Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium. The injured Bear is coming off the field. He's coming off on his own, and that is great to see always. He's just a little shook up. That was a heck of an effort by the Bearden defense. Give them credit. They hit Junction City hard trying to keep us out of the end zone there, but the Dragons make it now, the 2-point attempt. Junction City, I feel to say, going to have to be a flag. And they're going to call it on the Dragons' procedure. I don't really. They're going to call a procedure. Now, Coach Jones does not agree with that, and I didn't really either. But earlier they had called, I believe, that on Bearden too, because I remember a coach for Bearden coming out on the field. He didn't like it. So these officials don't like to see a lot of movement. Here's the 2-point attempt. The ball's on the ground. Hutchinson covers it and is smothered by about 3 Bears. 2-point attempt is no good. So we have exactly 2 minutes left till the half. The new score now, Junction City 12, Bearden 0. And the Bears able to shut down the 2-point attempt. Hutchinson had trouble handling the ball there in the shotgun position. And like I said earlier, you're going to have plenty of that tonight. And go ahead and give everyone a notice. At halftime, we do not expect the band to perform with the weather like it is. We will shut down for a little bit, but we will be right back. Give us about 10 minutes, and we'll be talking to you again here shortly. Junction City getting the kickoff unit ready. And I imagine the best thing to do here, my old 2 cents worth, that's all it's worth. Imagine Junction City try to just boot it deep and let the Bears deal with it. And you can hear the PA announcer recognizing the class of 1968. And quite a few of them in attendance here. Standing up and waving and all. Smith, he'll cross kick it. The Bears are going to try to return it from the 30. That is 84 for Bearden, and he is swallowed up as he gets hit hard and drove back a couple yards. But they're going to put the ball down on the, he fielded at the 30. They're going to put it down about around the 29-yard line. So the Bears will start to work 1st and 10 from their own 29. 1:55 remaining till the half. Junction City enjoying a 12-0 lead. Both rushing touchdowns. And a very good effort by their defense keeping Bearden from scoring opportunities. The Bears had a couple chances to make something happen with great field position, but the Dragon defense eventually put a stop to it. Hopefully they can do it one more time here before the half. The Bears will go to work from their own 29, 1st and 10. They're going to go to the air. Here's a toss over the right side toward the Bearden side of the field, incomplete. And footing is a problem for the Bearden receivers there. Both of them slipping. If you're Bearden, you don't want to fool around and have to punt and give the Dragons another chance to score. If you're Junction City, you'd love to shut them down and get one more opportunity before the half. The Dragons, the reason I say that, the Dragons have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Bearden down to 1. So something for the Bears to think about here, and that should be a procedure on Bearden. They had 2 guys in motion, again, coming right at each other. And the Bears are going to call a timeout. While they do that, we're going to step away for 30 seconds. You watch Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. .151 remaining in the first half here at David Carpenter Stadium. Junction City 12, Bearden 0. Coming out of a timeout, the Bears just used their final timeout of the half. And again, it was a problem with they run 2 guys in motion right at each other, and one stops and looks to the other like, what are you doing? And that confusion, I believe that's twice it's happened they've had to burn timeouts. I know the other time it resulted in a penalty. This one here, I believe they managed to avoid the penalty by calling the timeout. So 2nd and 10. Again, the Bears run a man in motion. They're going to give, I believe that is Hughes, I'm not sure. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, no more. And that brings up third down. Now if you're Junction City, and sure enough, just as I start to say it, Coach Stephen Jones calls a timeout. We'll be back in 30, folks. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. The weatherman predicted a chance of precipitation. I actually got that word right. And tonight in the border town, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that he got it right. It is steadily coming down now. 1:34 remaining till the half. And yes, that rain's going to play a factor into this game, no doubt now. Junction City holding a 12-0 lead. Just burned a timeout on Bearden's last play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. The Dragons now thinking about, hey, maybe we can get that ball back and make something happen. One thing to keep in mind, there's been several mishandled plays, both sides of the ball tonight, but the Bears and the Dragons. So ball handling will play a huge part in the rest of this game. Here we go, 3rd down. The Bears are going to go deep with it. Got a man breaking open, and it is going to be incomplete. Great defensive play. Word was going deep with it. Hughes could not quite get it down. Great coverage by Junction City on that play. It looked like for a second the Bears might have struck a little goal, but they didn't. Now it's 4th and 10. And Junction City, thanks to that incompletion, will not have to burn a timeout. So let's see what the Bears do. Now they definitely will punt. They like they're going for it. It's going to be a quick kick, and I believe that got hit. It hit somebody. I'm not sure who. But it's going to give Junction City excellent field position. This could be huge right here if the Dragons capitalize on it before the half, because Bearden had one timeout left, and they ended up having to use it. And then on the incompletion, on the next play, Junction City burns timeout to save some clock. The Bears then try to go deep and fail with the incomplete pass. That saves a Dragon timeout. And now Coach Stephen Jones has got 2 timeouts in his back pocket. Excellent field position, 44-yard line, so he can, there's a number of options they can do here, especially with the timeouts they got left. Hutchinson in the gun. He's looking, got enough time. Now he's going deep, got Cook open. Cook's got it and is down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A pickup of 31. Beautiful throw. Give Brady credit. Excellent throw. And Cook, both hands up, pulling it in, making sure, first of all, got the ball. Because first you crawl, then you walk. And a great catch by Cook. Now the Dragons will go to work from the 13, 1st and 10. They'll split Cook out wide. The give is to Gibson. Gibson powers ahead. He got up close to the 10. It'll depend on where the officials decide to mark it. Forward progress took them near the 10. And they're going to say that all he got was a yard, so that's going to be it. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Now the clock running, of course, with where they're at, they can afford to take a few chances here. Haynes in motion. Now they're going to give a nice cut behind. He's outside to the 5. End zone, touchdown. A great run by Cavante Haynes. And a great pitch. I tell you what, folks, we just talked about this weather and everything. Great ball handling by Junction City on that play. And just what we talked about, Junction City getting the ball back right before the half. Bearden making the decisions they made. That may come back to haunt them here. It's now 18-0 Dragons. And we're pending the 2-point conversion. Here goes. Hutchinson snap. fakes it, keeps it. I'm not sure if he was supposed to give it or not, but Hutchinson powers in and gets the 2-point. Great hard run by Brady. I thought at first he was held up about the 1, but he kept on trucking and is in the end zone, and it is now 20-0. We're going to keep it here with 28 seconds remaining till the half. And just a reminder, do not be alarmed. We are going to step away for a little while, but we will be back. We're going to be offline for a little bit, but don't panic, folks. We will be back. But let's keep this last drive, those last few plays by Bearden, let's keep that in mind as we get ready for the halftime. The score was 12-zip, and the Bears going for that, the long pass there that fell incomplete. You got to think about this. If they don't do that and they run the ball, they forced Junction City maybe to burn a timeout, and it wouldn't have mattered. But it didn't really matter anyway that they had 2 timeouts left. But some of the decisions there could come back to hurt the Bears, but now with a 20-0 lead for the Dragons going into the locker room. But before they do that, they got to play 28 more seconds. And knowing Stephen Jones, don't be surprised if he decides to go onside kick here. Go for the jugular. And we're set to go. And they're going to cross. Well, this time they do try to drop it a little short. And there's a battle for the ball. The Dragons did try to go. They didn't quite do onside, but they kicked it shorter than they normally been kicking it and almost got the ball back. Bearden will recover it. 24 seconds remaining. Let's see what the Bears do. Do they try something, or do they just go to the locker room and regroup and say, hey, we got to come back and fight our way back into this thing? And the quick consensus up here is they would love to see him take a knee and let's go to the locker room. The ball is on the 35-yard line. 24 seconds remaining till the half. Here we go. They're going to pitch it. Now Bearden is going to look. They're wanting to throw the ball. There's pressure now. We'll run with it, and it's drove out of bounds at about the, let's see. He got the first down. They're marking it on the 4. I thought he got a little bit further up than that. They're going to say he got to the 45. So that is more, that's, well, actually 46-yard line. So that's enough for a first down. That took 9 seconds, 15 seconds remaining. And again, the Bears are going to talk. They want to throw. Now they're going to run again. A pickup of about 2. Drove out of bounds, 9 seconds left. Bearden trying to get something deep. Because again, they ran the little reverse, or a little pitch out. They bring a guy from the Dragon side of the field around, pitch to him with the option of running or throwing. But both times he's come out after he gets the pitch looking like he wants to throw. 2nd and call it 9. This time, this is a straight drop back, quick throw. It's caught, 4 seconds left. So now the ball sits at about the 48-yard line of Junction City. And this should be, as they bring Twins to the Dragon side of the field. Now that is the quarterback. He goes out wide. Now he comes back. This should be the last play of the half. And the Bears, sure enough, they're going to go looking deep. Now the quarterback takes off, runs out of bounds. That's it. So all that for naught. We have come to the end of the first half. Our score, Junction City 20, Bearden 0. You're watching Dragon football on the Dragon Sports Network. We will be back shortly. On a rainy night in the border town, a little three-dog night on the PA speaker, joy to the world. As everybody knows, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. It is halftime here at Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium. Junction City, 20, Bearden, nothing. The Dragons trying to set it up for a showdown next week in Dallas County. We are trying to get a score from the Parkers Chapel Fordyce game. If somebody can get us a score on that one, let us know what's happening there. Right now, first things first, I want to give a shout-out. We're going to do shout-outs, folks. We ask you to go to the school's Facebook page, and especially if you're outside Junction City, let us know where you're checking us out from. But first thing I'm going to do to Mr. Spielberg up here, Derek Watts, Mr. Denton Ashcraft, thank you, thank you, thank you. Folks, we had to leave you for a little bit. It done got rough up here, but got everything sorted out. We're back in business, ready to rock and roll. The band did not go out on the field at halftime. They did a little bit. They did one song, I think, from the stands, or maybe two, and that was it. And the crowd, as soon as it hit halftime, took off, but there's still the faithful here in the stands ready to go, and a lot of folks over at the concession stand. The rain has let up. Got on the radar there and checked it out. Looks like it's leaving us, maybe some more coming, but we're hoping that by the time it shows up, this game is over with. It's 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock as far as halftime. They'll probably reset it, give the team some time to get ready and all that. But right now, let's do a few shout-outs. And Robert Bubba Pepper. My main man, he is checking us out tonight from Santo, Texas. Shout out down there, Bubba. Check out some of that Texas music. I know you will. Little Cody Jinks if you got any. Anthony Hill watching from Enos, Texas. We got the state of Texas in the house tonight from Enos, Texas. Go Dragons, class of 1993. Well, Anthony, my friend, glad you're checking us out tonight. Hope you like what you've been seeing, and hopefully this will keep up. And right now, I want to do a personal shout-out, a lady that I've known for a long time, love very dearly, think the world of Miss Lois Green, Maul Green. I heard you've been up and down a little bit. Hope you're hanging in there. We love you, and hope you're still checking us out tonight. And I know you like what you're seeing so far out of them Dragons. It is halftime from the Muse, 20-0 our score. And we were trying to check on the Fordyce Parkers Chapel game. There's no score, nothing being reported yet. They're playing in Chapel tonight. So hopefully we'll get a score on it and see what's happening. If the Dragons continue to take care of business here and Fordyce wins next week, the 8AA conference title will be on the line in Dallas County. Okay, was checking out on one of the internet websites. No score on the Fordyce Parkers Chapel game. The Dragons making their way back to the field. One of the things to remember, folks, we talked about it, ball handling is crucial. It has been tonight as far as the way this weather has been. The sequence of events right before the half where Bearden decided to try to go deep. Instead of trying to milk clock, maybe force the Dragons to burn some timeouts and all that, it kind of backfired on them. That really mattered too much. Junction City hit a couple big plays and then eventually powered the ball in, converting the 2 points also. And a 12-0 score turned into 20-0. That's where we're at right now. This is the Dragon Sports Network, and we're on the air because of these fine sponsors. And let me give a shout-out to them. And let me go ahead and tell you this. My Bearden roster is gone, so from here on out, it's going to have to be number this, number that. I do apologize, but rain started kind of coming in sideways on us under our little tarp we had, and it got some of the paper, but nothing else. So we're good to go and excited to be here for this big game. The reason we're here is these folks. El Dorado Chemical, title sponsor of the Dragon Sports Network. Union Kennel and Farm Supply, the title sponsor of Junction City football. Generations Bank, Terminex, Langis, LG Farm and Timber, Kevin Norris Memorial, and that is presented and done by his sister Jan. Southern T-shirt come the official apparel sponsor of the Dragon Sports Networks. Kim's Hair Salon, Junction City, Florida. Let me give a shout out to my good friend, Miss Sharon Williams. I hadn't got to say that lately. Thank you for all you do. It is not forgotten. And Miss Kim Phelps at Kim's Hair Salon. I've always joked at her one of these days I'm going to mess up. I'll go ahead and tell you what I tell her. I'm going to say Kim's Hair Saloon. And I haven't done it on purpose. I might have joked about it a little bit, but I haven't done it on, accidentally or whatever. Hog Wild Pest Control. My good buddy, Jimmy Tucker. Hope you're doing well. Red Roof Barbecue. Shout out to OJB. Russell Sayer stats. Don't have any stats at the moment to report. Not a whole lot of offense when you think about it. Field position has played a key in this whole contest tonight. First Baptist Church and Junction City High School Band Boosters. Thank all of y'all for what you do. That's what keeps us on the air, and we are very grateful to have you involved with us. Well, the captains are meeting back on the fields. We'll get ready. Bearden will get the ball, if I remember right, to start the second half, because I think Junction City had, they won the toss and elected to receive. So the Bears will get the ball first to start the second half. The 58th renewal of the South Arkansas Showdown, what it's called now. I think about 10 years ago, something like that, they started a trophy, passing it back and forth. Whoever wins gets to keep it. We have kept it for a while. In fact, some dust has gathered on the trophy, but them Bears would love nothing more than yank that trophy back and haul it to Ouachita County with them tonight. To do so, they're going to have to overcome a 20-0 deficit. Junction City, as I mentioned earlier, trying to hold on and set up a big showdown next Friday night in Dallas County. Junction City leads this series 33-22-2. So it's good. It's always, times change, schools get consolidated, stuff like that, It's good to still have them rivals on there that, strong. We played them for a long time. We used to play Norfolk. For anybody that's wondering, Norfolk is the school we have played the most. And, of course, the Norfolk school was consolidated with Smackover. But I believe we had like 79 meetings with the Leopards. And that was, you talk about a lot of the youngsters won't remember, but I know I do. Back in the day, that was a big game in Union County every year. Norfolk always had some outstanding teams. Times got rough on the Leopards. About the time they went down, some guy named David Carpenter showed up in Junction City, and the rest is it. All right, we are set to go. Jack Smith teeing the ball up at the 40-yard line. The third quarter about to get underway here at the Muse. Junction City 20. Bearden 0. The Bears get the ball first to start the second half. Smith puts his foot into a little cross kick. It will go out of bounds, and the Bears will start from the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. We're going to do it all over again. So let's see what the Dragons try this time. Smith tees it up. Once again, we're about set to go. And a good hard kick by Smith that's going to be fielded and fumbled at about the 20. Now trying to get some running room. Spins out of one tackle, trying to get to the outside, going backwards and brought down and going to lose on the return. They hit him at about the 23-yard line, 22. He spun out of the tackle. That was number 9 for Bearden. He loses about 8 yards on the return after that as he gets brought down around the 15. So Junction City, instead of cross-kicking it, just told Smith, put your foot into it and drive it. And Mr. Jack Smith did just that, and he drove it down to about the 23. And like I said, they lost about 8 on the return when it was all said and done. So from the 15-yard line, the Bearden Bears will go to work. Third quarter underway here from Paul H. Muse Field. Word looking over the defense. Here's a give. I believe that is going to be Miller. And now we got a flag on the play. It came in after the play, in fact. Good hard hit, but Junction City drops the. Ooh. Like conduct called on the Dragons. And I'm not sure, I didn't see exactly what happened there. There is a player down for Bearden. And the play resulted in a loss, but now the penalty will change all of that. And it's a 15-yarder, and it is going to be a first down. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We are back. Bearden, after the penalty, is on the Dragon 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Miller. He will get about 4. Good hard run. Now, excuse me, that is 6. I thought that was 5. That's 6. That's Meads. Kidwell on the tackle. Meads carrying. He will pick up, like I said, about 4. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. And Bearden trying to get a little something going. They in a little bit of a bind, a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Junction City. Breathing a little new life into this drive. And with that play there, they set at about the 34-yard line. Again, straight ahead. Not much happening. Maybe a pickup of 1, and that was Meade again carrying. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Livingston, Kidwell, that Dragon defensive line doing a real good job of not letting them get much in the middle for the most part tonight. So a big 3rd down for Bearden. Again, straight ahead Meade. Meade will get about 2, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Now, interesting thing here, Bearden is they're attacking the middle, trying to get 2, 3, 4 yards, whatever they can get. Makes you wonder, are they setting themselves up to go for it on 4th down? In fact, they're going to not give them very much on that last game. Maybe a yard, so it's actually going to be 4th and tell you what, Spielberg, I'm going to call that a long 3. Yep, a long 3, and the Bears are showing like they're going. The way they're running the ball here on this series is like, hey, this is 4-down territory all the way. We're going for it. Here's the give, straight, nothing happening. Junction City's defensive line came roaring in there and shut it down. Nothing picked up on that one. And now from the 37-yard line, Junction City will go to work 1st and 10. 9:49 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dragons on top 20-0 with an opportunity to put some more on the board here. Hutchison in the gun. The give, fakes to Gibson, throws, got a man wide open into the end zone. Touchdown, Junction City, number 24. Hill broke open. Great pass by Hutchison, and it's 26-0 Junction City. And the Dragons taking control now. First play from scrimmage for Junction City in the third quarter, a 37-yard touchdown pass. Give Hutchinson credit, folks. Weather conditions and all, excellent throw. Now with trips up to the top, Hutchinson looks, throws, the ball is batted up into the air, goes out the back of the end zone, incomplete. Dragons had trips split to the upper part of the field. Nothing happening there. So the score remains 26-0, 9:41 to go, third quarter. And the Dragons with a chance to really take over and possibly put the finishing touches on this game. They need the defense to come in and shut down the Bears again. And you would think now with Junction City scoring again, Bearden's fixing to look at everything as four-down territory. And what I was talking about earlier, they come out and they kept kind of hitting at the Dragon center, picking up 2-3 yards at a time. And it's like, hey, we're going four-down territory all the way, and we're going to have to keep it on the ground. They failed on the fourth down, and the Dragons took advantage of it immediately to now go up 26-0. Smith in the kickoff unit checking in. And let's see what Jack does this time. A cross kick, it'll go out of bounds. And I believe the Bears will start from their 35. I don't see them wanting to kick it again, and they're not. Now they change their mind and say, no, we want them to kick it again. So here we go. So we'll reload it and do it again. 9:41 remaining, third quarter from the Muse. The Dragons on top in this 58th renewal of the Bears and Dragons. 26-0 our score. So Smith has it teed up, puts his foot into it, drives it down, and it's going to get past the Bearden return man. He'll pick it up on the run at the 15, trying to find a little room to get somewhere. Not much happening, and he steps out at about the 25-yard line, I believe. Let's see where they're going to put it. Yep, 25-yard line. So they've been better off taking the first kick.
First and 10 for the Bears.
So from the 25-yard line, the Bearden Bears will go to work. They trail 26-0, and another shout out. Watch it from Mountain Union tonight, Mr. Wayne Stillman, class of 1964. 1964, a great year. A lot of great people born in 64. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw, incomplete. They're trying to hit somebody over toward the Bearden side. It'll bring us second down. And I'm getting comments from the peanut gallery, folks, just letting y'all give y'all a heads up here. Second and 10, 9:33 remaining, third quarter. The Bears offense trying to get something going. Junction City, the defense has steadily improved the last 3 weeks. You could see it at certain times just really starting to come around. Tonight doing another outstanding job. And another thing is they look in better shape, too. You can tell this team's starting to get it all together. As you see, no gain on the play there brings up third down. If you go back to the, I believe, the Haynesville game, we talked about this team's got to find an identity. What are we going to do? What are we going to be? And after that game, they went to work and done it. And one thing, the guys, I can hear them talking about, they're quicker to the ball, too, and they're showing that tonight. They are. They're a lot faster getting to the ball. Coach Stephen Jones and his staff doing a great job getting this team rolling. and they got to rolling when it matters the most, conference play. Here's the third down play, incomplete, and a flag comes in, and I believe they're going to get the Dragons. It did look to me like a little pass interference. And that was on number 11, Gilbert. Devontae Gilbert, who earlier, and I failed to mention his name, I called his number. Bearden went deep on that one play that we was talking about right toward the end of the half, and Gilbert did a real good job of staying. It looked like the receiver was going to break open and get the ball, but he stayed and made the play to keep him from catching it. But they're going to get Gilbert there for some pass interference. So that'll put the ball on the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. 8:40 clock running, third quarter. Dragons in command. Word back, a little quick pass that's incomplete. Tried to start to get my words all wrong there. Little flare pass out in the flat, failed. Brings up 2nd and 10. So far, Bearden, what has helped them on this drive that started back deep, has been 2 penalties. They started on, I believe, their own 15. Maybe the 20. Anyway, what's helped them keep going, unsportsmanlike conduct and a pass interference penalty. And that is almost intercepted by the man we just talked about a while ago, Gilbert. So 3rd and 10 for Bearden. Junction City trying to set up a big showdown in Dallas County next Friday night. And we are still checking. If anybody, some of my buddies that might be checking out the game, if you can get me a score on Fordyce and Parkers Chapel, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you find out something, let me know. We've been checking some of the state internet sites, high school football, and they're not picking up anything. But I was hoping maybe somebody, if you're at the Fordyce Parkers Chapel game, let us know. So it's 4th down, call it about 12 for Bearden. And down 26-0, not much use in punting. You might as well roll the dice here and see if something can happen. Bears are capable of making some big plays. They got the guys to do it. It's just they've been their night so far. Here's a throw in the flat and had a man breaking open down the sideline. He drops it incomplete, and once again, credit the Dragon defense for doing what they had to do. They had a little bit of pressure on the Bearden quarterback Word. The pass is incomplete. He made a good throw, though. Pass incomplete, in Junction City, once again, excellent field position. The ball is going to be on the 38-yard line of Bearden, 1st and 10. The Dragons have had the ball one play in the second half, a 37-yard touchdown pass, Hutchinson to Hill. So from the 38, now we got a timeout call. I believe Bearden called it. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. And we're back. 7:42 remaining in the third quarter. From atop the Emerson Brewer press box, dedicated tonight to 2 great men, 2 Wall of Honor inductees. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. We have survived the rain. Spielberg, Ashcraft, and myself, and we're ready to go. 1st and 10, Hutchinson back, looks, goes. The same play they ran the last time they had the ball, and Hill could not hold on to it. Hutchinson got it there. Hill could not hold on to it. If he'd have got it, it might have been another foot race for the end zone. So 2nd down. As I was saying earlier, they had the ceremony dedicating the press box to Mr. G.C. Emerson and Mr. Jerry Brewer. Hutchinson on second down. He's going to the air again. Throws. He's got Haynes. Haynes spins out of it. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Haynes, touchdown, Junction City. I mean, Granny hadn't got snuff padded in good before he broke it and went into the end zone. 32-0. Now our score, 7.5 remaining, third quarter. Waiting on the 2-point conversion. An excellent throw. Haynes making an excellent move. And we're waiting the 2-point conversion. Waiting on the 2-point attempt. Here's a gift straight ahead. In goes Gibson. 34-0, our new score. 7.5 remaining, third quarter. We'll step away for 30. You're watching Junction City football on the DSN. Seven minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Junction City 34, Bearden 0. Well, as the old saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And if you look back at the first 3 games of this season, it was this Junction City team searching for an identity. When they hit conference play, they found it. Strong, Hampton, and now they're working on Bearden, setting up a showdown with the Redbugs possibly next Friday night in Dallas County. After that, we go to Henderson State to play Hector. That's out of conference. Then to the land of the Trojans to play Parkus Chapel. But right now, it's Bearden, and Smith is set to kick it off. He'll put his foot into it, drive it across the field. And here's the return. This is 10, trying to get a little bit of a wall there. He does. Now he gets to the outside and had to come all the way across the field. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. If it had went out of bounds, he'd started at 35, but he come all the way across the field, which he probably had to field it and make a run with it. He got up to the 38-yard line. So that's where they're going to go to work, 1st and 10. And while we're doing shout-outs, I'll shout out to my old friend down in Louisiana, Mr. Sam Boland. Hope you're enjoying the game. And it's always nice to try to work on a rival as hard as you can. Yes, sir. So from the 38-yard line, Junction City in control. The Bears are going to try to get something going. Here's a quick pass. Oh. And we dodged a bullet there. It was uncatchable, yeah. NFL rules are now in effect. Did anybody touch that quarterback? Oh, man. Oh, shoot. 2nd and 10. Junction City doing a little bit of substituting here. Give straight ahead, and I believe that is either Meads or Miller. I cannot tell for sure. They're going to pick up about 4 yards. Let me see if I can get a number there when he gets it. That's Meads, yes. That's Meads on the carry. It's going to be a pickup of about 5. He got half of what they needed. So it's 3rd and 5. Bearden trying to get on the scoreboard here. Junction City, I mean, it's great to see. You can't say it enough. You see things starting to come together now each week. And what helped, they went to Strong, took care of business, come played a very good Hampton team. And in the second half of that Hampton game, once they fell behind, it's like they flipped another switch and went to another level. Won that game, I believe, 30-12. Off last week, back tonight with longtime rival Bearden leading 34-0. The Bears on 3rd down, straight ahead. I believe that was a quick snap, and they got the first down. They snapped it straight to Word, and Word gets the first down. The quarterback comes in on that one. So, clock running, a fresh set of downs for the Bears. They're at the 49-yard line, 6:15 remaining. But to finish what I was saying, it's great to see this team start putting it together like they should, and at the right time of the season. So from the 49, Bearden, see if they can get something going. Or in this case, keep this drive going and get some points. They'll push straight ahead on the carry. That was Meads again. Give them 3 on that one. Close to 4 maybe. Second down, we'll call it 6. 5:35 remaining. The rain has let up. It's a beautiful night in the border town. Word to keep it. He'll get about 2 or 3. Goes down at the 45 of Junction City. And if you're the Dragons, you can kind of keep them on the ground here. They're doing you a favor. They're eating up clock. Main thing is keep them out of the end zone, because you know Coach Smith, defensive coordinator, he loved to see that goose egg stay on the board. And again, a fumble this time, and I believe Junction City's got it. Wait and see. Not sure. Yes, the Dragons will recover. Let's see where they're going to mark it down at. 48-yard line. So Junction City, big play right there to get the ball back, a turnover. And now with a chance, let's go ahead and say it, get the mercy rule. Barnett on the recovery for the Dragons. And now Bearden will call a timeout. While they do, we're going to step away for 30. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. There are some, we are on. All right, we're back here at Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium. Oh, what a night, what a night. 4:50 to go. The score, Junction City. Hey, it's not as bad as when I had the kid, running to the Hardy mark for the wrong thing. 34-0 to score. Junction City will go to work, 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Hutchinson to the air. He's got Hill. They run that. Man, that play has been there 3 times in a row now. If Hill pulls that one in, if he don't score, he's going to pick up 30, 35 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Dragons.
I mean, give Hutchinson credit, folks. Was a beautiful. The last one that he threw was also. Now, he's been on tonight, and with it been rainy, that field wet, muddy, all that, has done a good job handling the ball. Some nice passes there. 2nd and 10. And now we got jumping. Let's see who they're going to get. I didn't see Junction City moving. I believe that's on Bearden. That should be on Bearden. It is on the Bears. Give the Dragons 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Joining us tonight, another shout out, Mr. Lawrence Pumphrey from El Dorado. Old Junction City running back from back in the day. 4:35 going. Glad to have you with us. And I saw the play starting to develop, but I already saw the flag going up in the air, and they're going to get Bearden again, I believe. And that will be a first down for Junction City, yes. So the Dragons pick up a first down on 2 penalties. And from the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what Junction City is going to do here. Give this time. That is going to be, I believe, Gibson powering down to the 35. Kind of did a good job of kind of staying in with his blockers, then making a quick push. That'll be a pickup of about 8-9 yards. Tell you what, let's call it a 7-yard gain to the 35. It sets up a 2nd and 3. Clock continues to roll here in the third quarter. Junction City trying to put one more score on there and invoke the mercy rule. Again, the call goes to number 2. I believe that is going to be Cook. And he goes to the 25-yard line, which should be a first down for Junction City. And I apologize, that's Jamie Carroll, not Cook. I thought that was Javachier. That was Jamie Carroll. He's got the first down at the 25. So Junction City's starting to rotate some people in and out now. Got a couple of them on the sideline getting ready to look like to go in a little bit. And again, the call goes to Carroll. Carroll powers through to the 15. Inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Should be enough. Should be a first down. It is. The chain's moving. So the Dragons on the move again, looking to get another 6, which would keep the clock running. .255 remaining third quarter. Again, Carroll gets the call. 10, the 5. Carroll breaks off a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown. He is hit well after the play. I have to say, there should have been flags on that. He was already in the end zone, starting to turn around. The referee gives the signal to keep the clock running. And the clock keeper paying attention. He's got it going. Good deal. And I think I called him Jamie a while ago. It's Jemiah Carroll. In that case, the way he ran the ball, I'm going to call him Mr. Carroll. But, yeah, the penalty was, he done stopped. There was no sense in that. 40-0, our new score. And I don't know if there's a more beautiful sight than that clock running nonstop here in the border of town on a Friday night in a conference game. Hutchinson in the shotgun, going this is a 2-point attempt. Carroll gets the call again. I tell you what, he is a strong runner. The ball was fumbled, and Junction City Hill has it in the end zone. Let's see what they're going to. The 2-point conversion was no good. They're going to say no good. They're going to say forward progress stop. The ball was knocked out, and Hill caught it in the air. But they're going to say forward progress stopped. Nonetheless, with 1:25 and counting remaining in the third quarter, your new scores: Junction City 40, Bearden nothing. .52 seconds remaining third quarter. Dragons getting ready to kick it off again. And looking to see who all we're bringing in now to do it. And now, okay, I was going to say we're lining up pretty close, and I forgot about the penalty. 15-yard penalty on Bearden on the late hit on Carroll. So Junction City will kick off from the Bearden 45. Smith's just going to put his foot into, booms it out of the end zone. So from the 20, 1st and 10 is where the Bears will go to work. And that's going to end the third quarter. And with the end of the third quarter, 40-0 your score. We're going to step away for 1 minute. You're watching Junction City football on the Dragon Sports Network. From Luter Bottom to Rabbit Town, from Buckaloo Bottom to Dodge City, Dragon Nation, we got you covered. This is the Dragon Sports Network. And tonight from Paul H. Muse Field, as the clock starts running for the fourth quarter, it's already going. Junction City 40, Bearden 0. The Dragons will move to 3-0. And next Friday night, from the place that brought you Paul Bear Bryant and the Cotton Belt Railroad, it'll be Fordyce and Junction City and a battle for the 8AA conference title. But right now, the last 11 minutes of this game has got to be played. Bearden will go to work from their own 21st and 10. Quarterback going to keep it now, pitch to the outside. It's going to pick up, well, they got a man still going here for Bearden and making a there's been a lot of the start. I think most of the starters have come out. There's a lot of fresh faces in there. Let me see if I can get you some names. Number 8 for Bearden, off down the sideline he went. Once he took the pitch, he got to the Junction City 38-yard line. Dragons have done some substituting. Walton is in now. James Walton. Yeah, they were playing that, are you ready for this? Apparently our guys wasn't on that play. From the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. I'll get you some more names here in a minute. Bears are going to run the same play again, a little option. Quarterback keeper, number 10 for Bearden, is going to get hit and brought down at about the 35. I'm going to say about a pickup of 3. Checking into the game now, Anthony Anderson, number 42, 75. Matez Smith. Logan Pepper in. Pepper at the bottom of your screen. He's going to be picking up 25 for Bearden there. Again, the Bears are going to run the keeper. The ball, I feel say, quarterback got pounded. Ball still on the ground. There is a mad dash for it. Oh, man. I tell you what, both coaches are going to like the effort there to try to get that ball back. Everybody was going after it. So the Bears will keep it. It's going to be a loss of about, I'm going to say 7 on that play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. And getting ready for the next play here. Not much else to say, folks. Junction City doing what they had to do. And we, guys, we're going to give y'all a heads up. We're going to need a player of the game here in a little bit. Here's your 3rd down play. The Bearden quarterback being harassed. Throws it up. It should be, and it is intercepted. Let's see. coming up with the intercept. And Logan Pepper is credited with the interception. Great job picking it up. So great job, Logan Pepper comes up with the interception, 1st and 10. And I tell you what, guys, I was listening to y'all. Yeah, find out. Let's we could go. Yeah, we could go with those two maybe on offense possibility. Let's find somebody on defense if we can, because it looks like with 7.5 left, we're going to have a shutout. Great job by the Dragon defense then, stopping that play, or stopping that drive, I should say. And now heavy substituting on the Dragon offensive side of the ball. Gabe Richard in at quarterback. Dragons will go to work from the 23, 1st and 10. Here's the give. And we got, whoa, some good, solid running. And that is DeAndre Malone. I tell you what, Spielberg was talking about, Carroll comes in and gives you a whole nother dimension at running back, a hard-nosed runner with some speed. DeAndre Malone showing a couple moves there. He might want to save some of them for the homecoming dance. That's it. Yeah, he gained some ground fast. He gets the call again to the outside, 45-40, down to about the 38. Malone, and he's letting you run like that, you let Coach Jones know you don't have no problem toting the football. Nice run there. So Junction City once again on the Bearden side of the field. Ball is marked at the 38-yard line, and we're about to reach the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Junction City in control, 40-0. And this time carrying the ball, 42, I believe, or 43, KD Smith. KD will pick up about a good 9 yards there, 2nd and 1. And I tell you what, if you're Stephen Jones and this staff, you got to like what you're seeing here out of these guys. They're showing some fire. Smith, again with the carry. He'd like to have him in the backfield, but he breaks loose and picks up not only the 1st down, but about 3 or 4 more yards. And incomplete pass there by Hutchinson. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Dragons back on the ball immediately. Here's the give, and that is going to be, I believe, Malone shooting through there. And Malone picks up about, I'm going to say 9, close to 9 yards there. Tell you what, Spielberg, while we get rid of this next play, see if they stat boys can get us some defensive numbers. Anybody on the defensive side of the ball to consider. Malone coming out, Smith in. KD gets the call, straight ahead, power. I mean, little shifty running, and I'm kind of like what Ashcraft said to me a while ago. Got them long legs. Don't look like he's moving that fast till you realize he's he's picking up real estate. He makes Century 21 jealous. Good enough for a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. The Dragon backups in the game, and they're showing everybody they got it going on. A fumble on this one, the ball loose. And I believe the Bears got it. But you know what? You hate to see the end like that. But those guys did a good job bringing the ball down the field. And the turnover will end the drive at about the 8-yard line. See where they mark it on the recovery. 3:30 remaining, clock running. And those that stayed got to see some pretty good football from the Junction City backups that was in the game.
Ball be spotted on the 11-yard line.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Bears. Join us after the game, folks. We do game night, post-game, brought to you by Union Kennel and Farm Supply. Go to our YouTube channel. Drag Sports Network also operating on YouTube now. And hopefully we'll get Coach Jones up here to talk a little football with us. Play straight ahead, nothing fancy happening. Bearden just trying to get a little something going and try to get this over with. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm talking to the guys here, so forgive me a minute. We may go with 2 people tonight then. Y'all think about that for a minute. Bearden facing a 2nd and 8, balls on the 13. The last play netted 2 yards as we get close to the 2-minute mark. Had to scoop that one off the ground, give the quarterback credit getting the ball. Now he's got some running room and lowers his shoulder. Still got great effort by number 10 for Bearden. Tell you what, I'm listening to the guys here. That's a beautiful looking scoreboard. I agree. Spielberg we're going to put it on Spielberg. He has picked our players of the game. So if anybody gripes, Ashcraft, make sure we blame him. But I agree with him wholeheartedly. Again, Bears trying to get a little something here before it ends. And they do pick up the 1st down. They get near the 25, but there's not much left to do except hop on the bus and take it on back to Ouachita County. The 58th renewal of the Bears and Dragons will belong to Junction City as we hit the 1-minute mark. Junction City, the most important numbers, folks, to remember is this: 3-0 in conference. Next Friday night, the Dragons will be going for the conference title. If they win next Friday, they are guaranteed a share of the conference title, and they own the keys to the Cadillac. Whether it be pink or black, doesn't matter. They own the keys to the Cadillac. If you win that game, then the next week, of course, you go to play Hector at Henderson State, and hopefully a lot of folks can make it. Then they'll slip down through Wesson into Parker's Chapel to take on the Trojans to finish out the regular season. If everything goes right, you're playing for outright championship air. 15 seconds left. This should be the last play of the game. They're going to pitch it outside, and again, a good hard run. I believe that is number 8 for Bearden. It's not going to matter. The clock ends. The final score from Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium, Junction City 40. Bearden 0. The Dragons now lead the series 34-22-2. First of all, let me do this before we do anything else. To the 2 guys standing to my right, a heartfelt thank you for the effort you put in tonight to keep us going when this rain literally got sideways on us. Great job by these 2, Denton Ashcroft and the man called Spielberg, Mr. Derek Watts. We're fixing to say goodbye to y'all. For those that want to still join us, go to the YouTube channel. And before we do that, players of the game. Yes, you heard me right. Players of the game. When you got conditions like we had tonight and your quarterback throws for, what was it, Spielberg? Pop it in my ear one more time. It was about $175. 176 passing yards by Brady Hutchinson. He is our offensive player of the game. And I don't know if you heard us mention this guy much or not, a guy by the name of Kyle Kidwell. About 6 tackles tonight. Solid job on the defense. Our co-players of the game, Kyle Kidwell and Brady Hutchinson. I want to thank everybody that joined us, Homecoming 2018. We know you're going to leave here happy with a 40-0 win. That does make you feel good. For Derek Watts, Denton Ashcraft, Ricky the Rev Watts, Mr. Chad Rhodes, I'm Wayne Pumphrey. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. We'll see you next Friday night from Dallas County.